Hey guys, and welcome back to Bath City with me, NG Paradox. It's now 2019, and of course we are in the Vanarama National League for our second season. Hopefully we can make a bit of a better effort this time, and try and push on, make some real progress. And if not, maybe I might have to take seriously a lot of the invitations we're getting for different jobs. Might be something I might have to proactively go look for. I did say that before, so that's what we're looking into. Now, preseason has not been great. I think I normally say this. It's been very difficult as Bath. You can see media prediction is 23rd. I'm no longer a favoured personnel either, which is kind of sad. For today's part, obviously, we're going to talk about a bit of preseason, players we've brought in, players that have left, things we're looking at. And of course, we have a live game today, the first match of the season. So we're going to see how the first quarter of the season goes, and that will decide the future maybe of me at Bath City. I may have taken this club as far as I can, even though we got them up just one division. But yeah, you can see finances are not looking good. Finances are not looking good. But then again, this season might be better. We might be able to make money this season, so we'll have to wait and see what the future will bring. When it comes to transfers, look at the transfer history, you can see not a lot has happened. The biggest problem has been the fact that, remember last season I said that we had 3.6 thousand wage budget? Apparently that was because a lot of our players had not signed a new contract yet, so once they signed their new contracts, even though I got most of them to actually accept less money, and we let some players go, that took our budget down to like 1.6. So we actually only had an extra budget of 1.6 thousand. That's nothing. That is tiny. That's like 3 players. So I've actually found it really tough to bring in some good players. So a lot of the players we're bringing in so far are just players to fill in for certain places that we need players for. If we have a quick look over what happened for people leaving, Frankie Artus left. I did say last time that injury that hurt him kind of took him out, and he never regained that form. He just couldn't get back into the team, especially with the form the other players were in. So he never really came back, so I felt it was best for him to go. Stuart Fleetwood has been let go. Good guy, obviously. He's done really well for us in the past. Scored many goals, 20 goals, 24 goals, both in the division below. But I just felt in this division, he's not going to score goals. It's one step too far for him. So I felt we had to let him go. Try and bring in another striker, even just a lone one. Charlie Wasmer, our kind of backup defender, I let him go because, again, he was taking up wage budget. I'd rather just bring in another defender, maybe he's slightly better. That was it, basically. I just never really needed to use him. I felt we could get better at this time. Other than that, I think all the others are just like youth players. Oh, and Andrew Elcock, who we never actually really used, but he's okay. We just never used him, so I felt just best to let him go. So those are the things that went out. Coming in, though, we got, this is probably our best one we got in. We got on loan Ryan Wintle. Now, the reason I got this guy in, you can see he's got very good ability at the moment. Good long shot, good passing, good dribbling, good crossing, pretty good mental things overall, pretty good physical overall. He's pretty good for this level. And the idea I was thinking is that obviously you can play on the wing, but I'm going to try and use him as an attacking midfielder. So you can play like Ashton on here, Hunter on here. We can bring Sarpong maybe a bit forward into the centre midfield role. So this season, hopefully we'll be a bit more attacking, maybe. Try and really push on and try and get goals. That's what I would like to see. We did quite well last time with clean sheets, so maybe I can trust the defence a bit more. So I brought this guy in. Hopefully, it's what we need. Hopefully, he can do a good job. After that, I brought in a couple of free transfers. These are just more backups for positions that we needed. So, for example, we brought in this defender, basically replacing Wasmer, Manny Monfils. Monfils is not particularly amazing. He's got the stats where it counts. He's got marking, tackling, he's got strength, he's got jump and reach. So I thought, you know what, we can bring him in. He's still actually quite young. His speed and stuff makes it look like he's maybe a bit older. But actually, he's quite young, so he can improve a lot. He came from Forest Green, and he never really got to play, so we don't really know how well he's going to play. So it was kind of a risk, but he signed for a very cheap £150 per week. So that's much cheaper than Wasmer, so I felt it was best just to go for him. Like I say, I've got a really tight budget, so I have to be really careful. So I'm just trying to bring in so far, just bringing in cheap ones. I've got some other players I'm looking at, some really big ones, but their wage budgets are still too high. I'm waiting for them to go down. For goalkeeper, obviously, we did have a lone goalkeeper last time as our backup, but he was let go by his club, so I couldn't bring him on loan once again. Kuya, the midfielder, who we always have on loan, he's come back again. He's back again. I basically feel like he's part of the club now, to be honest. He's been with us for 3 seasons. I was able to get him back, so that was really nice. So I got him, but I couldn't get the other guy. Junior, for the striker, his contract also ended, and Junior and the goalkeeper will not sign for us. They think we don't have enough to really offer them, so neither will sign for us. But Junior, if he can bring his wage budget down, he actually might be possible to sign for us, so you never know. But I brought in Dale Eve as a backup goalkeeper, or the first goalkeeper. I'm going to use him as a backup. It says he's better than Kitschke, but Kitschke got the most clean sheets last season for us, for Bath. That's pretty crazy. And I think he did a pretty good job. And I actually think he's better than Dale. But Dale is a really good backup. They're both pretty good. He used to play for Maidenhead, you can see here. Not setting the world on fire, but, you know, before, 24 games, only 20 goals in, 10 clean sheets, but that was for a lower division. He used to play for Stoke. But, I've seen him around. I think he's a good backup for us. When it comes to players we're looking at, though, you can see here's the loan list. There's nothing really takes my fancy. When it comes to players out of contract, Junior is a player I want to sign. I think he was okay. I think if we signed him, him and Aaron Williams are really good to swap around sometimes. I think those two actually work quite well together, bringing one on for the other. So I'd love to bring him into the team, but he needs to lower his wage budget before we can do that. Harry Campbell, that was the goalkeeper we had on loan last season. He will not sign. Apparently he hates me probably because I kept him on the bench for all of those games. Adam King is a midfielder who I would like to get. I think Adam King could look pretty good. The problem is that I haven't got a big wage budget. Because I got such a small wage budget, I can maybe bring in 2 more players. I could probably bring 2 good players in at most. And I have to still wait for people for their wage to go down. But we don't need a midfielder. That's the big problem at the moment. Because I trust my midfield, I feel like paying for him is a waste of that small budget we have. We really need a striker. We have to get a striker, and that's it. So we really need to get a striker first. So I'm going to aim to get the striker first, and then the money we have left, we're going to see what we can get. Worthington isn't too bad either. He's one I'm keeping an eye on. Dan Cotterill looks pretty good, but we don't really need a winger right now, and he probably costs too much. Jake McCarthy, if I need an extra defender, but we just bought on Moth. So I might get him. It depends how much money we have. But you can see there's a few players I'm keeping an eye on. But there's no really good striker apart from Junior. The only other strikers I've got on my list are Jermaine Ofori, who I think I've talked about before. And the only reason he's on the list, he doesn't look great, but his history was pretty good. 23 goals, 15 goals. But that was in the league below. I don't want to sign him because I just don't think he's good enough. He would accept, I think, quite a low wage. We could definitely bring him in. I might just bring him in as a backup for Aaron Williams. If we really can't find another striker, I might just bring him in as backup. He seems like he can score goals, so that's one thing. But the one I'd prefer to get is Dave Tarpe. I think his stats are in the right places. As you can see here, he's got good finishing, good composure. Even is not too bad at free kick taking. And his history as well is not too bad. Again, Maidenhead, you can see 33 goals, 20 goals, 15 goals. I would like to bring him on as a backup. So one of those two I'd like to bring on as a backup. But Dave Tarpe, look at his wage demands. So big. But I'd rather Dave Tarpe over Jermaine. But I think either of them would be good as a backup. I'd like to bring Junior on as the second striker. And then one of these two as the third striker. That's my plan at the moment. But I say it's been difficult with this wage budget. And this is kind of that really annoyed me when I found out. I was like, I gave all of them the their new contracts, and then our wage budget just went and disappeared. And like I said before, I actually offered them all less money. It's just because they hadn't signed new ones, the game kind of calculated it as they're going to leave. So that's how much wage we'd have. And I couldn't let them go, because then we'd have no squad. And I needed money to improve. I like a lot of our players. So that was really frustrating. So it's not been a good preseason so far. Our staff looks basically the same. You see here the scouts. We let one scout go to try and, you know, ease our financial situation. Coaching staff, I let 2 people go. And we brought in a new coach, Dan De Cruz. When it comes to his history, he's only really been an under-18s coach at Sutton United to the same level. I want to bring in one more coach, but I'm trying to find one that's suitable. I think I'd bring in another good coach like De Cruz. We could probably get that up a little bit more. But it's looking a little bit better than last time, or maybe about the same. So I think if I bring in one more, it should be better than last season. So that's kind of okay. Now, further kind of preseason, the friendlies and whatnot, it wasn't too bad. We played lots of, you know, easy teams. And we've also got an affiliate with Bristol Rovers. I did last season ask them to get an affiliate, and they couldn't find one. But at the start of this new season, they suddenly came to me and said, we got Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers are only 1 division above us, and they have no good players to come out on loan. So I'm not particularly happy about it, but it's what we have. Against this team, Northwood, in the friendly, we managed to win 2-1. Now you can see here, Michael Ashton scored and Aaron Williams. We pretty much dominated the game, which is to be expected. 78 attendance. Oh dear. Then we played against Romford, and we won 3-0. Sarpong scored, Hunter scored, and Ashton scored again. Dominated. I mean, we should be beating these teams anyway. After we played against Yate, and we won 4-2. Ashton, Wintle scoring his first goal for us, Aaron Williams, and Hunter. So a lot of our attacking players scoring lots of goals, which is good to see. But these are obviously smaller teams. We should be beating them anyway. But after that, we played against Bristol Rovers. They're in the division above us. And we managed to draw 1-1. Aaron Williams scoring the goal. And for them, Bradley Forster. So that was really good. The fact we were able to get a draw against them, I think that's pretty good. I think maybe that's a sign of progress. And of course, the attendance there was pretty good. So that's good for money as well. But now the real season begins. We know that stuff before doesn't matter. And for today's match, we're up against York. Now, York, as we know, did not have a good season last year. They came 20th. They almost got relegated. And that's not really where they should be. They should be slightly higher than that. This season, though, they're predicted to come 3rd. So that's a massive difference from last time. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, for today's match, I'll go into that in a second. Our team looks a bit different from what I'm going to play this season, because there's a couple of injuries and stuff right now. So the team is not going to look like this, which is kind of annoying, because this is not how I want my team to look. There's nothing I can do about that for now. Also, when it comes to our young players, let's have a quick look. Under 23s, you can see we got a lot of young players around in the club. None of them really strike my fancy. You got, you know, a player here with 3.5 stars, but you know that's he's not even got 1 star yet, so I don't really trust these players. Team selection. So this is the team at the moment. Ryan Wintle is actually injured for about 8 to 12 days, so we would be playing with the attacking midfield role, but because he's injured, I can't. So that's kind of destroyed my formation that I want to play for this season. Billy Murphy is also injured for 5 to 7 weeks, so that's really bad. Once Wintle's back, it's not so bad, because then we can just bring Sarpong in for Kim. But for today, you can see this team basically looks like what we had last season. It basically looks the same, apart from the fact we have Monfils in here for Batten. So yeah, we haven't got a backup striker, so Hemmings has had to go in there for backup striker. So yeah, this is not how I want things to look. Like I say, hopefully by September, we'll have got things sorted. Once players are not injured and stuff as well, it'll be slightly better. But yeah, but this kind of goes to the fact I was saying before. We're really in a tight budget. The club really needs to make some progress to actually be able to improve itself. And I'm not sure there's much I can do right now unless we start performing on the pitch. So if things do go badly this first quarter, if it doesn't feel like we're making progress, I will actively look to get another job. And we know there's definitely people who would like to have me in their club, though we can't see any here right now. There's none at the moment, but yeah. Let's jump into the match. The first game of the new season with the Romans. Can we show promise? This Team York are predicted to come third. So it's a big game. They didn't have a good season last time. Hopefully, though, maybe the media prediction, is, shall we say, exaggerated. Maybe they shouldn't be that high. We'll have to wait and see. Kuya is our key man at the moment. I'm a bit nervous right now. I'm a bit disappointed with our preseason and what we could do for the club. It's not going to be as good as I hoped. I hoped we get a bit better staff members, but we can't attract as good staff members as I hoped. And we haven't got the wage budget to bring in the players that I want. We're starting to attract, actually, players. Like, they're actually, like, Junior is willing to sign for us. We just need the wage budget. That's what's concerning. Let's encourage the team, yeah. Passionate. Go out there and impress me, yeah. Impress me in the whole world. But I think Ashton's looking pretty good. The preseason he's looked pretty good. I'm hoping this season will be his season. And here we go. Let's go in for... Yep, we got extended at the moment. Good, good, good. And here we go. Doesn't look like it's the best weather. I think I saw a little bit of rain. I can't tell. But here they come. They've got... You can see... Look at this stadium. Look at this stadium. They have so many people here. York, like I said, should not be going down into the Vanarama League North or South. Look at all these fans. Wow. I wish we had like half these fans. I'll have to wait and see. It could just be because maybe it's the first game of the season. There's a little bit of rain right now. We're not looking very good. Let's go on a bit of counter here. They're obviously coming on to us. They're obviously the better team. Maybe because we're in a more defensive formation, maybe we could try and play them. Be a bit of a counter. Here they come. Bentley with a long shot, but Kitschka, we can always trust him to get the ball if he has to. Kitschka was a great buy. Didn't cost much. No other teams really want to take him from us, which is good. But he seems to do really well. Rooney up to Platt. They're getting a lot of shots at the moment. Too many for my liking, but the angle was a bit too much for York there. Counter does not seem to be working at all. I feel like I just made it worse. Oh, no. It's a highlight for their side. Go Barnes. Up to Ashton. Down to Sarpong. Williams. Could have been a good opportunity there, but at least we had an opportunity. There we go. Maybe counter is better, Maybe it is working. Hunter now. Back to ball. Up to Williams. But the header by Williams was not great. They managed to get the ball. No. We're countering them, guys. Don't let them counter you. This is our tactic. Duh. End of the first half. Now, 0-0's pretty good for us. But we have to encourage... Let's encourage them. We can still come have a win, guys. Come on. Just try... If you can get a goal, that'd be really good. Because getting a draw for us would be nice as well. A win or a draw would be amazing. A loss, not a big deal. We would be expecting to lose. And look at that. Good little goal there by Cullen. I think we... Let's go on attack. Let's just try and push on. We got nothing to lose here. Let's try and see if we can try and push them out. Wow, look at that attendance. 7,000. Now, I remember now. This is because this is actually York's new stadium. They just built a new stadium. And I think, yeah, it did say actually. They said that just before I started, actually. I forgot to say. They just built a new stadium. So I guess this is all the fans coming to see the new stadium. That was crazy. And here they go with a free kick. No goal for them. We still have a chance to come back and get a draw. I wonder if they'll have this type of audience every time. Or if it's just because it's a new stadium. People are kind of excited to see the new stadium for the new season. I wonder how that works. I'm not sure the numbers work in the game. Here they come again, but looks as though the defender's got it, but actually it was offside. Okay. We're getting more shots. Kuye, come on. 55 minutes. If we can get a goal now, anything could happen. Ashton. I mean, I'm not going to blame him. There wasn't much he could do there. The other player did a great job of just, just getting in there and tackling him. There wasn't really much time for him to really react to the situation, but still, come on. I just wish they could do more. Ashton's not having a good game, actually. Neither is Hunter. Both of our wingers having a terrible game. And they're two, like, they're the most important players, basically, on our team. Ooh, okay. A little bit worried that was a foul for a second, but it looks as though maybe he just fell over. Possibly. Possibly just fell over. There we go, okay. Try and get the ball, someone. Let's do a counter-attack. Rooney. Egan. Ooh, good deflection there. Do we have to bring on someone new? Let's bring on Kiernan. Hunter's looking frustrated. They both have been playing badly. So we'll take off him. Williams. I don't trust Hemmings over Williams. I trust Williams. Come on, Williams. You've not had a good game, but then again, no one in attack has really had a good game today. Maybe bring on Kiernan. He's got a little bit of extra pace to him. Might be able to do something. Rooney, just, I guess, deflect. Just got a throw in. Come on. Let's get something. Get another shot. Try to get a goal. Try and get the draw, guys. Come on. Another corner for them. Maybe attacking was not a good idea. We're just putting ourselves into vulnerable positions at the moment. But there we go. Sarpong kicks the ball out, but nothing can really come from that. But there's not really been a highlight yet. So I'm going to keep my hopes up that we might get the ball. Coulier up to Ashton. This could be opportunity here. Ashton. Yes, Ashton. Oh, are you kidding me? Ashton did such a great job there. Did you see that? He managed to get past the player. Great ball to Williams. But Williams could not get it in the goal. He hit the bar. What a sad day. Now, we need to bring someone new on. You know what? He's looking frustrated. Let's bring on Hemmings. Let's bring on Hemmings. Now, do I need to bring on George Rigg? Kim's not looking good. Let's bring on George Rigg. Okay, let's not change our defender. We'll keep our defenders on because we need the goal. If we can get one goal, we'll just have to hope we can hang on with the defenders that we've got on right now. We've got 15 minutes left. Come on. It's up to you. Don't make this be a sad season where I have to leave Bath City. I don't want to leave Bath City if I don't have to. But I might just have to. Like I say, but this is a team we should be losing against, so there's nothing to worry about if we lose. We should be losing against them, really. No highlight again just yet. Could this be a chance? Simpson do a very bad goal kick. Nope. He got it straight to his players. They've got the ball. They're able to control quite well. Oh, I was hoping we could get it there. No. And there we go. That is the end of the match. Daniel Lewis scoring a goal for York City. Well, you know, we can't say we didn't try. Ashton with a free kick. Ooh. That almost went into the top corner, but Simpson managed to get some safe hands on there. Not bad from Ashton. He's definitely improved his free kicks, at least in that one performance. Oh, Hemmings! Hemmings! He's not really a striker. He can play striker, but it's really because he's good at head-ins and stuff. That's why he can also be a good striker. I think he's got quite good strong and jumping and whatnot. Okay, Kiernan now with the ball. Up to Hemmings. Hemmings now. What's he going to do? Hemmings! Such a bad... I need another striker. That's what I've been saying. I need a good striker. We need a proper, good top striker to come into the team. That's what that wage budget is going to go into, I suspect. Probably on Junior. Probably just going to bring him back. And then probably bring Jermaine in as a backup for both of them. That is probably what's going to be happening. The rest of the team I'm actually okay with. You know, if we can't get in new players for those other positions, I'm okay with that. We can see what we bring in on loan possibly. There's a lot of positives, yeah. We were just unlucky, yeah. You know what? The performance was not terrible playing against a bigger club. They're a good team. Overall, the team actually showed some promise there. It just wasn't meant to be. Month makes Bath City debut. Goalless Hemingway's back. I mean, he never played striker, so I mean, it's not a surprise he's goalless today. But there we go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. What do you think? Do you think this will be the last season I'll be with Bath? Do you think Bath can perform this season? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And hopefully in September, I'll have some good news about, shall we say, what we've brought into the club. I hope I'll have some good news for you. And I'll see you then.